Okay, I was going to give everybody a little example of how this Proform brushless fan works. It's a 16-inch fan. I have it mounted with just some Starboard material that I had left over from working on a boat. So there's like a 1/2 inch piece of it right here, and a little sliver that I cut down just to kind of make it flush, so I could screw all these screws to the top of the and bottom of the radiator. So if the factory fan was sealed up like maybe 50% all the way around its perimeter, if you didn't put any sort of foam or tape around it, this thing is sealed like 99%. So I closed off the one hole that was up here in the front of the radiator. This like is the biggest crack I have left. I taped the whole bottom with this tape that I use on RVs. And so this thing is sealed up really well. The fan moves a ton more air than the factory fan, which I got the factory fan right there and then an aftermarket one that I bought. And the aftermarket didn't work as well. I think during the heat of the summers, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep it cool whenever I was like in town or at idle. So tried to go buy other fans. I looked at several different ones and this one was pretty cheap, so I gave it a shot. So here's an example of just what it sounds like whenever you turn it on. Whenever I hit it, this should turn the fan on. So it's a soft start. And you heard the relay click a second ago. Of course, you can't tell the fan speed or the air speed from the It's blowing far more air than I ever felt out of the factory fan. And the factory fan really did okay, but this is a lot more. It's loud, but on the Gulf Coast, I think it's gonna be okay. But with the soft start, it doesn't pull hardly any peak current right whenever it turns on. I can show you how many amps it's pulling right now real quick. Sorry I didn't have this organized before I started the video. It's pulling 20-21 amps. Which I think is about half of what the factory had. OEM fan, but this is blowing way more air. Proform fan. We'll find out. I just turned it on, so if it lasts for a while, I'll let you guys know. Hopefully it will. If not, they were pretty cheap, so easy to replace. You'll be able to hear just how quiet it is when I turn it back off. It's got several small fan blades. This is the straight blades. It's still slowing down. This is the straight blade, so I think it's a little bit noisier. You can barely see the blades through there. But I'll be honest, I do not mind the noise if it keeps the thing really cool. It's also a lot smaller than the factory fan. This is maybe an inch. I think it's like 2 7/8 deep from the fan down to the back of the motor. And the fan itself was, I think I took a few pictures, but I'll post those if I have them. But I think the fan actually is recessed maybe 1/4 of an inch into the surface, like the face of the shroud. And so I have like a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of a gap between the core of the radiator and where the blades are. So should work out pretty well. Let you know.